Well, we're still here on Politics Today. It's Sunday and it's also Christmas, and we just got another moment here with two gentlemen looking at political ideologies which both have agreed is lacking in the political parties as we have them presently. But looking at some of these things, I will go back to you, Nuhu. You are there in Abuja. Tell us who you think we should be putting the blame on, because if we have all of those party structures in the major political parties as they are in Nigeria, for instance, the APC and the PDP, and we still talk about lack of ideology or lack of understanding of ideologies of these political parties, who should we be holding responsible for these?
Well, trying to address this major issue on political ideology, we must understand the importance of political culture, which is the responsibility for the political class. Those people that have benefited from, the power plays in the country politically, setting up political institutions like political parties, INEC also have its own responsibilities, but to be able to sell, political ideology, so political interrelated constructs, we have to blame political actors and political parties, involved, because that is actually the responsibility of political parties. Most times political activities stop when elections stop, and they rise again when elections come. So, but the issue of political culture is so strong that political parties are supposed to continuously, even after political processes, sell their political information, sell their political ideologies, sell what they believe. To be very sincere, I don't believe that if you look at it, that parties lack political ideology. What they lack is ability to be able to build a political culture, a sense of understanding of what their party believes in and what their party stands for. To be very sincere, I have friends in PDP, I have friends in APC. Most times they sit down to try to explain to you what their party, manifesto is all about, what their party believes in. And I think it's for me, I think it's deliberate, because if you don't want people to understand what your party is all about, so that you don't want them to understand what your party is all about, so that at least they won't be able to hold you when you do something wrong. But for me, I feel that the responsibility solely is to the political parties and those people that have benefited from the political franchise over time.
Ken, so we're asking the question now, who we should be asking. Perhaps I recall that the PDP had an institute.
Yes, a democratic institute. It's the same. I mean, it's the same thing I said over. For a lot of people who have joined these political parties, they have just joined it for a means to an end. They have not joined these parties because they believe in the ideology or they believe in the principle of that party. Take, for example, someone like Kenan Namani. I mean, that's a very great man we had in the party. That was one man that left the PDP I thought was a very big mistake and a huge mistake and a big loss that it was to us. These are men who are grounded. These are men who joined the party because of what they believed in the party and rose to the top echelon of positions that they got to. And they were the ones that flaunted the idea of the institute. But I asked myself, how many of us who are members of the PDP have actually even gone into that building, talk less of taking part in programs in the institutions? What workshops have we carried out as a political party to actually tutor our members on the principles of the ideology that we actually we propagate as a party? Rather, what we always wait for is conventions, which most of the times are already tailor-made into an end. And you just find people who do not actually have this political culture and believe in the fact that this is what they want as a party. And so the blame is on the leadership of the party. You can't take it anywhere else. If a fish is rotting at his head, then the rest of the body becomes rotten. If we have leadership, I mean, there was a time we wanted to go in terms of membership registration drive in the PDP. There was a time we wanted to go digital. We wanted to go on the ICT-driven membership registration. But people killed it. The people that killed it are those who want to continue to impose people on the party. They want to impose the executive, they want to impose candidates, they want to anoint people, whether they are popular on the street or they're not popular on the street. And so by the time they know that we are going to go digital and we're going to have membership registration drive, which you can access the computers and see those who are registered in their wards, from their wards to their local government and to their executive structure. They wouldn't want anything like that. I mean, take for example, when even in the analog registration, you find that some people will give party cards and say, don't give to so and so. This man is not supporting me. This man is supporting me. When we have this kind of very horrible culture, how do you now promote ideology when such a noble idea has been brought up? Because by the time you have this ICT-driven registration, you can now have workshops. Even if you can't have workshops only in Abuja. You have workshops in the 6 geopolitical areas, and you can continue on the regional sides by going to the states and going to local governments and sending the message down that this is what the party believes in, this is what the PDP believes in. Most times I see people on the streets and they ask me, Ken, I don't know what you're still doing in that party, because they don't even know what the PDP stands for. There are PDP governments that are doing very well right now, but because people don't know what the PDP stands for, take for example Rivers State. No matter where you want to see Wike from, Wike is one governor that we are very proud of, that is doing very well in his state.